take a look at this absolutely gorgeous rear living space. Folks, we have dual opposing slides, kitchen island, tons of seating, double vanity up front, and 2 slides in the bedroom. Folks, this right here is the 3781 RL Keystone Montana, and it is beautiful. As I said, you get just massive amount of space back here, starting with your campside slide. They really laid this one out very well. You'll see that you get the kind of buffet style dinette that we see so much in motorhomes, but you know, we've only seen it in the last year or two in fifth wheels, but I really like it. It's functional. You have 2 standard chairs, but you do have 2 additional folding chairs in case you have guests, and there's also a leaf that pops out for you. Underneath that, you will see that they removed all carpet in here. They kind of have this nice nylon weave pattern, very easy to clean up, so if anyone does spill, you're not gonna have permanent stains or anything like that in carpet. Huge windows all the way throughout let in just a massive amount of light. And the really neat thing about a Montana, folks, is you can take a look, and with the exception of a few Montanas that have the windshield up front, every other window in a Montana will open, so you know that you can get some really good cross ventilation in here. As far as height, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. Look how much room I have on the top of this slide. I mean, I could be, 6'2", 6'3", and still be able to stand in here without hitting my head. And that can be a pretty big deal. I think it's a 6'4" height, if I remember correctly. Taking a look across the top there is good storage. Now, a lot of manufacturers went away from this. So many just made bigger windows. I personally am a fan of the storage. I think, when you're in a fifth wheel, especially something like this, you're gonna be spending a lot of time in here. You need to have storage, and they absolutely have gorgeous storage right up top. Underneath is the theater seating, and this is actually newer theater seating. Really well designed. They did a lot of great things. Right here in the center console, you can see your cup holders, as well as a standard electrical outlet and USB ports. If you want to snuggle up a little bit, that folds up just like so. And it is fully powered to the effect. Not only is it powered for laying back and for reclining, but you can also control the head right here, so you can see how this part is coming up. So if you want the top to lean up a little bit, you can do that. You can also get lumbar support. You can control lumbar. How many times have you sat on furniture and then you had to take a throw pillow and stuff it behind your back to support the lumbar? It doesn't have to happen in here. One of my favorite things about theater seating I've seen in a really long time, and with just a touch of a button, that will reset. Awesome furniture they have in here. Across the back is the sofa. This will also be where guests will sleep. So if you decide you want to let people stay, this is a large trifold sofa, and it will easily sleep 2 adults. In the meantime, it'll just be a very comfortable place to sit, excellent for conversation or to watch the TV in the entertainment center behind me. You will also notice you have electrical outlets and USB ports on both sides. Again, the windows with the day-night shades, and up top, all that additional storage. And then right behind me is that beautiful entertainment center with that TV, and that's exactly what this is for, is entertaining, right? You have the sofa, you have the theater seats, everyone's sitting here having good conversation, watching the game. You have storage up top. You will see that you have room for components down below, plus the built-in multimedia center there with a few different zones. And you will see underneath that is the beautiful fireplace, which not only looks great, but folks, that is also very functional. Now, before we hit the kitchen, I do want to talk about a couple things on the ceiling. One, you will have your fan, so that if you want to just kind of move the air around here, you're able to do that. Beautiful lighting here as well. And speaking of fan, not only do you have the regular ceiling fan, you also have the Max Air fan right there in the kitchen, which you open a couple windows, turn that one on, and it will really move some air in here. More importantly though, this one you will have 2 ACs with your heat strips on there. It has a heat pump. So if you want electric heat, and it's not getting super cold, you definitely can't run it while it's freezing, but if it's 55, 60 degrees, turn that on and you won't have to burn any propane. You can just use electric heat. Works absolutely wonderful. And if you want a third AC, this one is prepped for it. So even on the hottest of days, even though the sucker is 41 foot long, you will still stay nice and cool. Now let's move into the absolutely gorgeous kitchen, folks. This is the cottage white interior. Now, normally it comes in modern maple. This is an option, so if you're not a fan of the white, you don't have to have it. I personally really like it. I've always liked a white kitchen. I think it's classic, it's timeless, and it just makes a really clean kitchen. You'll see great storage on both sides of your convection microwave, large convection there, by the way. And then up top, take a look at this. This is really cool, something new they've done. They added a spice rack. It pulls out, drops down just like that, makes it easy to get your spices. What a great use of space. You know, I mean, normally there's just not much you can fit up there. Great, really design and innovation. And that's one of the things I like that Montana does so well is, you know, they have over 100,000 owners, and they listen to those owners on ways to optimize, on ways to make the RV better. And that right there is just an absolutely perfect example. As we drop down below that, of course, solid surface countertops as you'd expect. Beautiful, plenty of space. You have power towers on both sides. One of them are inverted. So if you do choose to upgrade that solar flex system and you have that inverter, as I mentioned, there's an inverted loop in here with a bunch of different outlets. So you can have inverted outlets. Just an awesome system. More storage down below. Oven. Check this out, folks. The drawers, slow close drawers, and slow close doors. You want to talk about quality, you talk about luxury, that right there, some of the little things that really stand out. You have lighting underneath your countertops. Again, great storage in this massive kitchen island, including trash can storage. Huge 70-30 double bowl sink. This sink right over here is large enough. That's really all you would need. But I love that they give you the secondary. Also comes with sink top covers, which have their own holder down there. High-rise pull-out faucet. And then, of course, to round out the kitchen is the residential refrigerator. Just a ton of space. I mean, absolutely massive. You get the drawer freezer down below. Folks, when you're talking about kitchen, they absolutely knocked it out of the park here. But we're obviously not done. We have some storage here plus up front. Storage all across the top. You're probably thinking, Ian, where's the control panel? Well, they tucked it away. There you go. They did, again, a wonderful job. You can see everything you need on there, from your lights to your tank heaters. This one does have 12-volt tank heaters on there. Again, just all of it is going to be tucked right in there, your inverter. And then plenty of storage right down below. Excellent pantry storage. Not only that, but speaking of storage, we'll see more when we go up front. Because what they do here, you have a couple options. You have a coat closet if you want it. Or if you're one of the 30% of people that do want a washer and dryer, you have washer dryer prep in here. How great is that? You know what that means? That means up front, we're gonna get a huge wardrobe. And then as we come up the stairs, you'll see a built-in handrail, making it a little bit easier to get up and down the stairs, especially if you have bad knees. And not only do you have a courtesy light so you can see at night, but you also have a central vac built into the step so that you can make everything nice and clean. Super, super simple. And as we step into this bathroom, I feel like I'm in a spa. I mean, it's bright, it's airy, it's beautiful, very residential. You have a kind of Jack and Jill style vanity here. You can see the vanity bowls with the single post high-rise oil rub bronze faucet, 2 mirrors. You get some storage in the center as well as a ton down below. As for the toilet, nice porcelain bowl. You can see I have a ton of space both for my shoulders as well as for my legs. And then the shower, folks, this is a one-piece residential fiberglass shower. So that's a big deal. You know, you want to talk about less chance for leaks, having a one-piece will certainly aid in that. Also, you can see I can actually turn in here, upgraded hand wand with the bar, so you're able to set that. You have plenty of shelving as well as your seat. So if whether you want to sit down or just put your leg up there to shave your legs, you have the ability to do that. And then you will obviously notice the tri-slide glass door, just really helping to round out that shower space. Now, the bathroom is wonderful. I love the double vanity. But speaking of double, what you'll also notice is you have double slides here in the bedroom. A ton of space with the slide out bed, windows on both sides for cross ventilation. You have shelves up top with electrical outlets. They even were able to fit a window above the headboard right by some reading lights. You will see your thermostat for your second AC because you do have one right in here with the blade system, and the control for that is there. At the foot of the bed, you will notice your dresser, just a great storage space with all the drawers. They even put a TV here, plus you have the window. And then up in the nose, as I mentioned, because we were able to move that washer dryer prep down below, you get huge wardrobe space. Folks, this is an absolutely killer fifth wheel. Beautiful on the inside, but just wait till you see the outside. Coming in at 41 feet, roughly 13,500 pounds dry, the 3781RL is actually one of the largest in the Montana lineup. Now, when we were inside, we saw how gorgeous it was and some of the amazing amenities it has, but I think you're going to be equally impressed with the outside. See, when it comes to Montana, they're one of the best when it comes to construction as well as features for the money. Starting off right up front, that's an automotive painted front cap, absolutely gorgeous color scheme on here. Doesn't matter what color truck you have, you're going to have a beautiful looking rig going down the road. Right underneath that is the Road Armor Kingpin. Now that, in conjunction with the Road Armor suspension, is going to give you an amazingly smooth ride as you pull this beauty down the road. Underneath that will be our battery box as well as your hydraulic fluid tank. You'll also find your 12-volt distribution box in there and your battery disconnect. But the other really nice thing is if you want a generator on board, you have a couple different options. You can do generator prep so that you can get the generator in the future, or if you know you want one right now, you can order it with that generator as well. That way this fifth wheel is self-sufficient. You'll have two 30-pound propane tanks, one on this side, one on the off-camp side. You'll have the Level Up hydraulic auto level system. As we know, hydraulic is going to be one of the best systems. We have that in our auto level system as well as the slides. So with that, it'll just be touch of a button, boom, you don't have to worry about a thing. It will level itself out. That way you can start camping that much quicker. Right here, this is one of my favorite parts about Montana, and this is what they call a Z-frame or drop frame construction. Well, that's going to be your garage space, but that's how they achieve it. And essentially what they do is they'll use a 12-inch I-beam, and then they're actually going to weld another I-beam underneath that. And that gives you this extra space right here. All this extra space going all the way across is because of that. Now, you may say, well, Ian, why doesn't every manufacturer do that? Well, it costs a little bit of money, but with Montana, they know that you're willing to spend a little more to get amazing features, and that right there is worth every single dollar in my book. You're going to be able to fit so much more stuff when you go out on your camping trips. Right next to that, it will be where you hook up your TV if you want an outside TV. You also see central vac outside. You know, depending on what you put in there, you might need to vac some stuff out. That gives you the ability to do so. You also will notice an electrical outlet outside of both of your compartments. That's another big one that you may not think about, but if you want to plug something in, maybe you don't want these open. This is your main camp space. You may not want these doors hanging open where you're going to hit your head on them, so I like that they put an electrical outlet right outside there. Up top are your not one, but two power awnings. So basically the entire camp space right here is covered in awning, which is great. You have LED lights on there as well. And what you'll also notice is on the top of the slide, this one will have the optional slide out toppers. So that way any sticks, pine cones, anything that falls from the trees isn't going to get jammed up in your slide seals, because when you push those slides in, or pull them in rather, all that is just going to fall right off. Getting into the Montana is super simple. You'll see the More Ride step above steps right here. This is a great system, very sturdy. You also get the larger grab handle, so you do get that little extra control when entering or exiting the RV. Now what you'll notice right next to the door, we have a couple stickers. One of them is going to talk about how this is 4-season capable. And they accomplish that in a couple different ways. One is going to be excellent insulation. They also have heated and insulated holding tanks. And on top of that, you're also going to have 12-volt tank heating pads. So it's going to really help ensure that nothing underneath in that underbelly is going to freeze up on you. In fact, they believe in their product so much that they're one of the few manufacturers out there that will actually give you a full-time warranty. A lot of manufacturers, they find out you're living full-time in your RV, the warranty is going to be void. That is not the case with Montana. The other thing you will see there is the Solar Flex. Now this one has the upgraded system. You have a couple different levels. It starts with the 200, which will give you a 200-watt solar panel up on the roof. This one upgraded to the 400i, which gives you two 200-watt solar panels plus an inverter, because you will have a bunch of inverted outlets inside the RV. You can go all the way up to the 1200 lithium system that will give you enough power that you can actually run the ACs in here without any need to have shore power or a generator. That, folks, is a huge accomplishment that very, very few RV manufacturers have been able to pull off. Making our way back a little bit further, you will see the frameless windows. Not only are these better looking, but they're also going to be just better functioning. The way they essentially tilt open will allow you to have these open while it's raining without getting a bunch of rain in the RV, so that way it's not getting all stuffy in there. As we talked about earlier, beautiful colors on the fiberglass, high-end fiberglass. If you so choose, you can actually upgrade to the luxury package. That'll do a bunch of stuff for you, but a couple of things it does do, it'll give you a power cord reel, it'll give you a rear cap, and it will allow you the option to have full body paint. So if you're looking to have a fifth wheel, a luxury fifth wheel full body paint, Montana certainly has you covered. Then on the back of the RV, there are a couple things back there that are definitely worth mentioning. Of course, you'll have your rear mounted ladder because it is a fully walkable roof. You will also see the backup camera prep. If you want that backup camera with a 41-foot rig, it may not be a bad idea. And you will find a hitch, and it is a 3,000-pound rated hitch. So if your state allows and you want to tow something behind this, it has the capability to do it. Folks, this is an absolutely phenomenal fifth wheel. Again, this is the 2022 Keystone Montana 3781RL. And if you're interested in this beauty and you would like price and availability, simply stop into your local Camping World and you can check one out today.